What's up YouTube, Con4Man221 here. This is not, we're not in an actual battle itself just yet, but I just wanted to point out that they're actually doing a survey now for basically the balance of the game. So you can fill this out, you can kind of see what I posted, but definitely the last question, question number 13 is important about basically how we find the game. You can basically see, you can see how, you can write how poorly the balance is if you want. But yeah. Anyway, so that's just here. If you go into December update, you can read about that, and you can tell us what they think, and that's important to them. So we're gonna go into another match here. We're going up against an all-American core force. So Nick, Lipton, and then we have one of my subscribers, Machine Gun, Benji, NL. We're going up against 4 Americans. They all have riflemen. We figure they're gonna have a ton of infantry, so it is on the Lienne Forest, and it should be a pretty good match because the other guy is some Greek. These guys are part of a clan. These 3, we think, because of the Greek. Yeah, I don't think Nick, Lipton, and me have a clan. I have the, in case you're wondering what the ABFM stands for, that is the American British French Marines. That was from Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. Hey, we're playing as the OKW. Already talked about their, in the 2v2 with Lipton, I already talked about their balance. So, we kind of know what that is. So, let's break down the battle plan. Nick is yellow, Lipton is light blue. Our ally, Machine Gun, is green, and we're going to be against the 4 Americans. I think it was... Yeah, cool. So, I'm going to move up with Nick, and we're going to be fighting along this area right here. It'll be a little tricky. There's always there's like really a no man's land in the town, like along this street right here. It's really like, especially around this area right here, there's so many buildings you can get shot from. And I do think that this has a little bit of an advantage with these buildings because they only have 2 windows to shoot out of on this building, so just something to consider. But on this side though, you do have this building which is very dominant, and here. So it's going to be a 1 versus 1 with Machine Gun going up against the Fubar. And Lipton's going to be over there. And Nick is the Wehrmacht. So my goal is to use the Storm Pioneers effectively. I do want to make sure I'm efficient with my troops. I have 2 Storm Pioneer squads. I'm just going to this is my first match of the new OKW, so I'm getting kind of used to how they work. The second match is that one you saw against the Russians. So I played about 9 games or so since the new December update with the Axis and the Allies, and I've only won 1 of my Allied games, and every single Axis game I won like hands down. It seems like the Axis have become very overpowered in this update, which is why I suggested feedback. Anyway, my opponent hops in this building. Now look at this angle we're at. I don't want to pause the game and piss you guys off too much, but look at this angle we're at. They have 1 window to shoot out right here, and he has all his units in here, and this will just be a slaughter. So I'm like, if he wants to put his troops in there, perfectly happy with that engagement. And we are in cover here. And he's going to stick another unit in here. It's like you didn't learn the first time that we're basically going to slaughter this unit here. So, there you go. Up close and personal, we should be able to win this. Look how fast their health is going down. They're just losing troops. And it's not like you can hop out here, too. So, they do have the truck, which is kind of cool. We don't really see the nice little trucks. It might actually be effective against Kugelwagen. I haven't not tested that out. I need to hop in here with some troops, so... I've also seen a bunch of bulk spams. These guys have become too powerful again. I've noticed in the balance on the patch. They're like hands down beating units, and this is really annoying. The flame grenades. I don't want to complain too much about the balance. I've just noticed some things. These guys, I love them. Storm Pioneers are great units. Anyways, let's go look on this side. It looks like Machine Gun has been pushed back temporarily. On that side, they're kind of pushed through the middle. Lipton is guarding the center here. And Nick has a sniper out. He loves using snipers. He's actually pretty effective with them. He has actually gotten some snipers, some of them 60 kills. And I'm going to rush. I'm going to take this. You can see my guys got literally slaughtered there. I'm just going to push forward here and use the cover and try to kill this unit here. I figure we have 7 men, so even if it takes him casualties, I should be able to kick him out of the house here. But surprisingly, they're actually almost going to kill this whole unit here. And they actually managed to kill units. That was a mistake by me. I should not have let my unit get killed there. We'll also pull out an AT gun, just to be careful. And I can't even manage to kill this unit, which is kind of sad. So overall, that was a failed assault by me. Those guys got a lot of kills, wiped out my squad. So that was dumb. And Nick has to be careful. He throws a sniper into the house. This is not what you want to do. Very dangerous to throw your sniper into that house. I'm trying to send my troops over here. I was going to build some mines, trying to save Nick. And yeah, you should try to move his sniper right here and then retreat it. That way they won't retreat through the path. And I'm going to lay down some mines because I'm being a sneaky German. And look at me just... I'm going to set up my forward base along this area right here. I want to hold this town here, and it could backfire on me. That's very true. It could backfire on me, but I think it's worth it to just be able to have a forward base here, set it up as a forward retreat point, and be able to rally my units around this particular area here. Because, I mean, right now we're holding the victory point and the munitions. That's all you really need to hold in the town on this side here. And once again, you have 3 windows right here and only 2 windows here, so you have to be a little careful. And check this out. I'm almost going to wipe out this unit right here. That was actually really cool. Because there's fuel laying around, right? So I'm just really hoping that this will actually complete before these riflemen come here. I have units moving up here, but these guys could downright beat us. But we're close range. I was hiding behind the building here, and he's going to kind of hop into the building. Once again, no windows in this building, though. So I'm going to start reinforcing my units here. There's a lot of riflemen pushing through over here. I'm going to try to keep behind the building here and just reinforce. He's actually going to withdraw at this point, so I'm going to have to move up here. Basically, these guys are getting a lot of kills. They have 6 so far, and we're going to win. These guys are designed for close range. They do have assault rifles, the MP44. And the good news is I can keep reinforcing and healing up my units here, so. Let's go on over there. We have a new assault here at the Kupelwagen. Grenade wiped that out, so that's not, it's not good. Lipton pushed way up here. Trying to get behind them, and he's asking for our support, so we're going to try to move up on our own. See, the key is we want to hold that victory point, but Lipton pushed up way too far without support, so he's gonna have to retreat from this situation. Grenadiers are quite good actually when they're high veterancy, also really good at taking out enemy units, especially with the MG42s. They can man themselves with. I really wish I had flamethrowers on these guys. It'd be very useful and effective. So I'm gonna establish a forward retreat point right here. And I'm going to try to get around the side of this house and hopefully kill some of these units without losing another squad. I think we should be able to kill these guys here. So I'm really just trying to make sure this thing, if it took so long to research the unlock point here, I'm going to try to pull back if I can. The goal is to keep my expensive units basically alive, obviously, and be able to retreat back here. Especially with their health. They really need to basically be healed up. I do have a MG34 here. The OKW doesn't have the does not have an actual 42. So I'm actually going to build a little sandbag right here. This way it'll give us some cover in the middle of the street. So let's hopefully protect my unit when it goes up here. And which it did. So we now have we're now in heavy cover here, and just as the time for the American assault. And no matter building, they're very vulnerable. But yeah, you can see it's a kind of a blob coming here. So that guy got hit by a bazooka, instantly blown up. So all our cover got destroyed by those bazookas. So you can see there's definitely a lot of American troops over here. Kind of a big blob. So we got to be careful. You can see Lipton has gone with the prop ships of our commanders. Lipton has gone with the good old Luftwaffe supply dodger, so he's just dropping fuel to himself. Other than that, he really doesn't have a whole lot of units up at the front lines here. It seems like he's actually lost some units. No, he has them. They're just... Oh, they're all coming up here. Okay. Anyway, we're moving in. They do have a AA half track, so I'm actually gonna move up with my AT, who's camouflage. You can uncamouflage him. That will actually really help out. But yeah, they have a lot of. They even have a half track here, so we're somehow holding the tide against these guys here. So we got to be a little careful. I do have my AT up here, and then I also have my truck coming up, which I'm going to set up the Panzer headquarters. And yeah, we're forced to fall back, but thankfully we can fall back onto our retreat point here. So I figure the first target at one of these guys are going to be my machine gun with the AA half track, which I'm right. He's going to want to kill that, so I'm going to leave it there and instantly start opening fire on him. And it's his rear armor there. So one more hit and he should be done, which I managed to miss, of course. So next fire here is going to hopefully kill it. If we can shoot, guys. Or not. I don't know why they didn't shoot there. And I'm going to fall back. We just have, yeah, there's just so much infantry right along here, so I'm sending these guys back in. Thankfully, Nick did build a bunker for me on this side to help out. And Lisbon's even sending some troops over here. They're getting absolutely decimated in here, thanks to my headquarters, which is almost done building there. That was absolutely devastating for me. So here's what happened. I was building my headquarters, and they launched that massive attack, and I was building it on the bridge. It's a little too far up, I think, in my own opinion, but yeah, it was so close to being built. They got lucky there. I'm just gonna say that they got kind of lucky killing my headquarters there. And check this out. They managed to kind of slip through Nick's defenses here. We have the medical supplies, so we're actually going to push on in. I have grenades too, so we're going to try to kill as many of these units as we can. They did manage to kill my AT though. So I'm very aware of my Vet 2 unit here that could be killed, so I'm going to have to pull him back here. There's no reason to lose him here. And he's going to have to fall back from this, so flames everywhere. And they do have their own... Looks like some kind of mortars. Ah, it's a friendly mortar there. Lipton is helping us on this side. We are still holding the victory points. Lipton's still in the middle, and we're holding this side. And the machine gun's actually on this side. He should be, he's gonna manage to push that guy back, it seems like. Just a lot of infantry fighting in the woods down there. He could probably use something. Try to show a little more of that when I can. Anyway, he's moving up as I'm putting down a mine. I figure if he wants to run past that machine gun nest again, that's fine. And you can see we're just going to decimate these units in the middle of the street here. I'm going to be kind of using this wall here to help protect my troops, because I know more assaults are going to come in. They're going to keep flanking if they can. Anyway, back over to this side. You can see they're pushing out with bazookas. So yeah, it's an energy support gun here. Oh, they're getting hit by this. That's almost dead though. Nice used to that destroying. He's actually also dodging a grenade here. So he's doing a good job in actually keeping this player busy while Nick, me, and Lipton are on the other side. This is exactly what we want to do with this Vet 2 squad. Just close the distance with these Americans, the riflemen here. And he managed to take that, so definitely good. Still been tying down a lot of their forces here. He doesn't really have that many troops either. Oh, and at this point there's a tank. And I'm like, I can deal with that. So I set up here, start hitting it. They're going to destroy that bunker though, and this is actually bad. That bunker is destroyed here. I do have Fallschirmjägers who I'm actually really unimpressed with lately. They must have nerfed them or something. They're not the great killers they used to be. I'm dodging grenades. I'm going to keep going by this wall. This wall is a really good position for us to have here. Because we're in heavy cover and they're in negative cover on the street. You can see that by the broken shield there. I didn't manage to wipe out their captain, though. These guys are in the middle of the street. Thanks to Nick for helping me with his Grenadiers here with their MGs. Really helping push back this assault here. And then these guys have their FGs. So no kills so far from that unit. But we got more units incoming, and they have their tank there. So I'm just reinforcing right here. I also have these guys here, so almost instantly killed here. I gotta fall back. I feel like we're like fighting like the Soviets almost, like just this giant kind of, these blobs are coming at us. I don't really usually form blobs, I don't think, and I gotta move back with this unit here. I do have this headquarters, but I'm definitely not setting this thing up until I manage to get rid of the threat here. Caution makers are also here. Thankfully Nick has his tank over here. And once again, they're in the middle of the open here. Mortars are going down. I think my mine actually killed that unit there, or something did. And yeah, we definitely pushed these guys back with heavy losses, almost losing squads. They did lose a couple. And on this side, he's still secure this. He's dealing with a Sherman machine gun on this side. So he's definitely holding his own, but the fact that we had 3 victory points is thanks to him on that side also. And me, just Lipton, Nick, and me are doing a good job on this side, being able to hold, especially because they're not really pressuring Lipton at all. He doesn't really have a whole lot. He has like 2 machine gun nests here. You know, you can have the machine gun in here, that's fine, but you need to take that point, guys. and sending the blobs against pretty well dug in positions here. We have a natural cover, and we had machine guns and everything, so I got pinned instantly on the middle of the road here, so I'm kind of scouting. I know they only have 1 unit there. Anyway, Lipton's in a little bit of trouble. Nick's gonna have to come over with his tank, but they have a lot of bazookas, and by a lot I mean every single unit has a bazooka. Look at that amount of damage that tank. I now actually have this built, which is great. I'm gonna save up for a Panther. When I can, but Panthers are 200, Panzer IVs are 150, and the Yak Panzer is 135. So definitely up the fuel costs for those units. I feel like this map, it's especially the late game that matters. And especially for the United States, I don't think they have a good late game. The purging is pathetic. I was playing a match. I don't know if I showed it to you guys. I think I did, yeah. Where I was the Americans on the farmland map. And my purging flat out lost head to head with the Stuke. It's like 230 fuel for a purging, right? And it's losing to a Stuke. Anyway, here's a way to counter aircraft. Get one of these headquarters. They have 1 kind of aircraft flying around here. Definitely healing up my troops here. And that's a machine gun right there. So Nick likes to fight. I mean, Nick and Lipton are using bunkers pretty effectively here. Lipton could really use some AT though. Yeah, Nick's gonna move in and try to help Lipton out. He's killing his bunkers. Not good, he missed his shot there. We have a Vet 3 captain moving up with 1 building destroyed here. So yeah, just the blob with bazookas, we'll call it that. Bazooka blob. Anyway, I see a lot of units right here, so I'm being careful. I really need to get a tank out to help out my opponents. My allies. The problem is my building got destroyed earlier, so that really set me back. That was 120 fuel there, and then it cost 200 fuel to even get one of those. I'm also going to try out the Obersadon. They're good units, but I'm just not that impressed with them overall. Like, I don't know. I'm a guy that likes to attack when I can, and I like to be close core. I like to get right in with the enemy, and that's exactly what the Storm Pioneers do. I also put down a nice mine right there because I know they're going to attack this area. So once again, even with all that, they still haven't taken. You can see why Lipton has a bunker though. Like, it makes sense. He could actually use a medical post here. But yeah, he has the Osman help suppress these units here. You can see he's doing a lot of damage, actually. And he's going to have to fall back there again. So we had the blob. I kind of joked a little by screaming when I ran into all of that with my Fallschirmjägers. And I'm like, okay. Major attack coming. Major attack. What do I have to stop this? And these Overzone actually are, with their kind of hidden right here, they are shooting right at the guys in the middle of the open. So you're doing an okay job. I have my ATs moving up. I want to flank this guy if I can. This is a bulldozer after all. So, bombs going down here, wiping out a lot of units there, actually. That was a good strike. I think it was Lipton that did that. No, that was Nick. Good job, Nick. And yeah, with the amount of his engine's damaged, and I noticed when you click an attack or your men keep chasing after him, so I'm just going to stop my unit here and just say, you guys can go fire in a second. So I'm going to click the stop. Just stop him, and they're going to, because see, they keep chasing him, trying to get like the perfect angle on him or something. So I say stop, and then he'll just fire, because they need to, then the guy that got blown up by the other Sherman. So will I get a Panther? Yes, I will. So Panther's going to come and help in the middle here, because Lipton is being pushed back. I didn't really show this side too much, but it's been a lot of fighting. You can see there's a dead rifleman over there, and the ground is scarred, and there's a lot of blood actually around. Very brutal. But he's been able to keep his opponent in check, which is good. Anyway, I would almost, I guess he wants to get it back. Yeah, he should just fire at this point. Looks like he is reinforced. I told Lipton that my tank is almost here, and I'm going to try to help him when I can. Anyway, more allied forces here. The problem is, they finally took a victory point. They're down to 54 points at this point. Lipton's got to be very careful or something like that could happen there. Look how many dead Grenadiers just got killed. Dead Grenadiers just got killed. Just say, look how many Grenadiers got killed there. So I should have said. So 24 kills, 15 kills on that unit, 1 on that unit. You bet my Panther is ready to go. Got the awesome skin on here. Let's do this. So our opponents basically focused a lot on infantry, drained away all their manpower. I've been able to take our positions here. We're very dug, and we have a lot of elite infantry now, and yep, they're pretty much in trouble. And he moves up, and I'm like, let's go, Panther time. You have to be careful. There is an AT here using its special ability. So that did get destroyed, which is good. But we still have that AT there, so you have to be careful. I'm actually going to shift over my Panther if I can. I'm going to run over some trees. And I figure, why not flank him? So why not hit his rear armor here? But I get scared off by these bazooka riflemen, so I should have probably used any of these things. But you can see there's another blob waiting, and I'm ready for him. Unfortunately, I'm shifting all my troops over, but Nick once again coming in clutch with the bunker. They used to say back when this game first came out, they used to say the Russians were were worse off because they couldn't make any bunkers. I lost my Fallschirmjägers. They kind of ran into that guy. So I managed to take out the infantry, but I do my Panther here, so kind of push those guys back. They're down to 24 victory points. Meanwhile, Machine Gun has continued to hold this area now as a Panther. I'm just going to push. I know there's a Jackson over here. I just want to kill the ambulance, kill what's reinforced them. I did not see this giant blob right here, but oh my gosh. I'm going to cut my losses at this point and try to retreat and get my units out of here. Which I will. I'm going to try to blitz maybe if I can. If I get a little scared, I'll blitz, but yeah, I should probably blitz out of here. Anyway, this thing got destroyed. Did not see this thing. It has actually one vehicle. It's his first one that's killed. So they're down to 10 points. We've taken back the center. I think what really... They had the infantry. They kept throwing them at us. And actually, look on this side right here. Finally, when two of them double machine gun, he's going to have to fall back with everything he's got. So the bazooka blobs, the reason they didn't work is we had better infantry. We were able to kind of defend our positions, and the bunkers were key. They attacked, but never really held any territory. I mean, we kind of... I mean, the map at this point is like kind of prayer. They held half the map, we held half the map. And we held the map, half the map with the victory points, basically. So we were able to hold these two. We were able to focus on the left with three of us. Three of them were focused on the left also. So yeah, we're still to. I think the big thing for me, at least, was having this battle group headquarters right here. I was able to heal Nick and my Grenadiers and Storm Pioneers. So having this kind of forward base really helped us. We didn't have to retreat all the way back to the base, and I think that was very critical. And let's look at the kills here and the deaths. You can see machine gun was slightly negative. Nick and me, I was barely positive there. Nick was very positive. Absolutely. Didn't really lose a lot of men there and took out a ton of those guys. Elton was pretty positive also. And our opponents were all negative in their kills to losses. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. Leave some comments down below. And I will see you in the next episode.